Imagine you're detailing cars day after day. You're giving the shop vac, the cloths, the cleaner, everything you need to get the job done, and the cars keep rolling in. You're told to clean it again, do it better, keep going, pick up the pace, but you have no idea who you're cleaning them for or why it even matters. That's how you are living right now. Breaking your back and having no idea what for. No meaning, no direction, no ownership. That crap ends today. These are the 4 freedoms that give you a perfect understanding of your why in your life. Freedom number 1 is the freedom of time. Good news, 60% of Americans say the day just isn't long enough to get everything done. So you're not the only one. We all feel it. Everyone pretends they value time, but they trade it away like it's worthless. Until you own your time, you don't own your life. When you're trading every hour of your life for a paycheck, you don't have the bandwidth to think about meaning. You're watching the clock, juggling tasks, putting out fires, and trying to stay afloat. This is buying yourself a job. If you're scheduled by someone else, you're not free. If your business collapses when you step away, bro, you're not free. You're gonna run a time audit, so pull out your phone right now and set a timer for 15 minutes. For 2 full days, you're gonna set a timer on your phone to go off every 15 minutes. And now when it buzzes, you're gonna write down exactly what you did for those last 15 minutes. So let's say, for an example, you're scrolling, you're gonna write down scrolling. Checking email. And about 10 minutes from now, your alarm's gonna go off and you're gonna say, watching Mark's video. It's gonna feel a little dumb at first, but man, it is the realest look you'll ever get on how you actually spend your time. Because when you see the list at the end of the day, you can't hide from it anymore. You look at it and say, oh, that's where my day went. And that's the moment everything clicks. You instantly see what needs to get cut so you can finally make room for the stuff you keep saying you don't have time to do. Do the audit. Be honest with yourself and watch how fast all those excuses disappear. And freedom number 2, wealth. Wealth isn't about money. It's about all the options it creates. All wealth is the tool that buys back your first freedom, your time. I've linked a couple of my go-to books below. They dive deep into buying back your time and wealth strategy. Only 46% of Americans have enough savings to cover 3 months' worth of expenses. To me, that feels crippling. Money rules your life at that stage. Wealth will buy you some breathing room. It's just the ability to run your life instead of your life running you. Imagine you've got a client who drains you. Every call is chaos, every request is last minute, and working with them sucks the joy out of what you do. I know you have someone in mind right now, and when you're broke, you almost have to say yes. But when you're financially free, you can say, hey, we're not a good fit. I'm done. No drama, no panic, no fear, just control. Freedom number 3, relationships. Here's the hard truth. Money is the number 1 cause of marital stress. In fact, money disputes are the single strongest predictor of divorce, stronger than fights about kids, sex, chores, religion, anything else. Money is always going to be a conversation in marriage, and you can't escape that, but you can build a relationship that isn't constantly drowning under the weight of financial stress. That's why the first 2 freedoms matter, because once time and wealth are stable, the next question is, who do I really want to spend time with? You can't pour into people when you're exhausted and broke. You can't build a real marriage, real friendships, real leadership if you're stuck in survival mode. Start choosing relationships intentionally, not by proximity, not by convenience, or not by history, but by choice. Pull up your reminders app on your phone right now. Personally, I set reminders throughout the week to tell me to reach out to those people that matter. Reach out to this person, reach out to that person. I wish I had the capacity to remember all the time to do it myself, but it's not really realistic. So every day I choose to reach out to the people who I want to spend time with. This is one of my daily non-negotiables. I reach out to 3 people a day. 1 person inside my business, 2nd person outside of my business, and the 3rd person is just a close friend. I also try to reach out to 3 different people every day, not just the same ones repeating from the day before. And freedom number 4, it's purpose. 9 out of 10 people say they want more purpose in their lives, but then less than 1 in 3 say they found it. Not to scare you, but this is the one that takes the most effort. This is the one everyone thinks they want, but no one can reach without the first 3 freedoms. And very few even get that far. If you only take one thing away from this video, please take this. Purpose is a daily grind. Tattoo it on your chest if you need to. But purpose is the daily grind. Your purpose, your why, needs to be in the back of your mind through everything you do. Why do you do anything? Why do you spend hours on a project? What is it that you have so deeply rooted within you that if everything else crumbled, you'd still have a purpose? You can't look at your purpose like it's a luxury. It's yours. And how freeing is that? When you're not fighting for hours, scraping for dollars, and finally have the space to ask, what am I actually here to do? This is where your work becomes meaningful instead of mandatory. Purpose is the freedom to chase something bigger than yourself and to chase it with your whole chest. While I was talking with PBD last week, he said something that stuck with me. He told me, purpose isn't this one perfect thing you're supposed to magically figure out. It shifts, it grows, it evolves as you do. And then he hit me with this challenge. Pick 5 people you want to become more like. Not idols, not celebrities, 5 people whose character, discipline, values, the way that they live actually inspire me. And then when I sat with that and I consulted with ChatGPT, but here's why I consulted with Chat. I've been training it, I've been teaching it, it knows everything about me, it knows the books I'm reading, it knows who I want to be, knows my vision statement, knows my goals. And because of that, I said, hey, help me decide who these 5 guys should be that I should try and model my life after. And I'm going to name for you 2 out of the top 5 that it came up with. And they're pretty obvious and pretty easy. Number 1 was Jocko Willink. And number 2, surprise, surprise, Patrick Bet-David. And here's why this matters for you and your purpose. When you list out your 5, you start to see the traits you're actually chasing. Not the job title, not the income, not the image, but the character. The type of person you want to grow into. Talk to your chat and find your 5. You started this video detailing cars for people you didn't even know. Grinding without a why, and I need you to dream so much bigger. But now you've got the framework. Time, wealth, relationships, purpose, your 4 freedoms. And here's the thing. None of this happens overnight. You don't arrive, you build. One choice at a time. One tiny piece of your life pulled back into control at a time. The world is full of people who never stop long enough to ask what they're really building. Don't be one of them. Start with your time. Buy back your options. Invest in the people who matter, and then chase your purpose with everything you've got. If this hits you today, share it with someone who needs it. And if you're actually serious about building these freedoms in your own life, stick around. This entire channel is built to help you do exactly that. So scan this code, shoot me a text, and let me help you build your freedom step by step. And I'll see you at the top.